Hey everybody, I'm Todd with SoundPure and we're in the SoundPure control room. I'm lucky enough to have with me here Anthony Demaria, who's here delivering us his Fairchild 670 famous $19,000 ADL creation, recreation I guess.
Yeah.
Anyhow, we thought we'd ask Anthony to say a few words about, I guess, the original piece that sort of put you on the map. Is sort of your first real creation.
Yeah.
And it's sitting here front and center, I guess, in our control room, in the mixing section of our desk, and that's actually where it sits. We didn't just do this for you, actually.
That's where it sits all the time.
That's where it sits all the time.
Okay.
So we use it all over the place. I guess maybe you can tell us sort of how it came about and how you got involved.
Sure. This is an LA2A design type unit, and it's basically two LA2As together in a stereo linkable box. It's very versatile. A lot of clients are using it either on tracking or across a stereo bus. And it's a transformer in and out. The design is true to the original design. So it's got transformer in and out. Transformers are designed according to the specs of the original unit. And it's got 4 tubes on each channel. So it's a very authentic piece. Very warm, fat, and it's a great sounding unit.
Yeah, I mean, you bet. Vocals, bass guitar, if you want to give that mix that thick polish, it's awesome, and that's why it's sitting up in our sort of 2-bus rack.
Yeah.
So I guess, I mean, you've been making it for 25 years, so is it safe to say that it's changed a lot over that time?
Actually, it hasn't changed at all.
At all?
Believe it or not, yeah. What happened was, from day one, I wanted to keep the integrity of the original design and just bring that forward. So I made no changes, even though there probably could have been a few changes that I could have done to it. I just chose not to change a thing, and it actually surprises a lot of clients because they're constantly calling me saying, "Hey, do you think you could update my unit?" And I say, "Well, I'd love to, but there's no updates." So it's just a great sounding unit, as was the original, and it has remained.
And I know that you've been pretty actively busy filling this long list of the 670 recreation back orders, including ours, which we took delivery of today.
Yeah.
I think that what you've done here is really fabulous, because not only is it recreating a really great piece of gear that sort of every studio should have. It's one of those classic colors that has been made famous by so many amazing historical records over time, and still continues to be that way. But you've achieved a price point that is kind of amazing in a way, to have a unit that has transformers in, transformers out, and 4 tubes on each channel. So that's a feat in itself, and you've kind of kept that great value for a really long time. So I guess the other thing I wanted to mention is that I'm glad that they're finally available again. So my point is that we've been waiting a long time for these Fairchilds, and I know you've been finally starting to fill some of these really, really long back orders. But now that this thing's available, are we going to be able to deliver these to our clients?
Absolutely. I spent the last year and a half doing some redesign work in it. I made it so that it was easily manufactured, so I didn't change any of the design criteria of the original, but I just made it so that it would go together a lot quicker. Also, serviceability, if it was out in the field. It's almost to the point where a dealer with very little knowledge of the circuitry could make some substitutions to it to get it working. So, and as we all know, gear does go down, and it's a matter of how quickly you can respond. So I addressed that over the last year and a half, and in addition to that, I brought back the 1000, which is a mono unit. And there was a high demand for that unit, so I decided to bring that back as well. And now with the back orders, I'm sure that I'll be able to fill those based on the ease of manufacturing.
Well, I guess we heard it from the man himself, so I guess we can start letting our clients know that they can actually get these things again. It's not just an unattainable deal.
Absolutely. Time to open up the floodgates.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, we can't thank you enough for coming to be here and deliver our unit in person and say a few words about the pieces we've got.
I appreciate everything that you've done, and our philosophy has always been the relationships that we've built over the years with clients and dealers. So it was great to come in and meet your staff.
Well, it's been our pleasure, and I know over the years you've developed quite a list of some pretty big names. So
thanks.
we appreciate it.
Thanks.